thanks. Like, hey, Scoob, did you hear Nikki Blake is hosting a Scooby-Doo panel? No. Yeah. Like on today's Scooby-Doo episode, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy meet Nikki Blake. Yeah, and a Scooby Panel. Like, we need to get this puppy started. Okay, Nikki Blake, take it away, Scooby-Doo.
Welcome to the Scooby Panel. I'm your host, Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com, and today we are playing a Would You Rather game. I don't know. Before we begin, I'll have everyone introduce themselves, and Devin, will start with you.
Hi, I'm Devin, and I just wanted to know, would you rather listen to me ask a bunch of questions about dumb stuff I made up, or do literally anything else? I hope that you picked not the latter.
Wendy?
Hi guys, I'm Wendy Bridge. I'm a commissioned artist and I've been collecting Scooby for over 30 years. And I'm terrified because the last time that Devin spearheaded a panel, I was terrible. I was terrible and I just shouldn't even be here.
Wow.
Joel?
Hey there, I am Joel from the YouTube channel Planet Scooby.
So I have no idea what we're doing, and I'm going to turn it over to Devin. Devin,
Okay.
Explain to us what we're doing.
Okay, this is as simple as it gets. There's no winning, there's no losing. Maybe you guys are the losers for having to sit here and listen to me ask the questions, but like besides that, the questions are pretty good, so you're all kind of winners at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just we stuck with the theme of 13 since we did the 13 poorly described villains last time. We're doing 13 Scooby Would You Rather questions. Okay, so these are just yeah, WOOD, Scooby Would You Rather. Okay. So I've got 13 questions here. It's just would you rather. You guys can play along at home as well in the comments. Let me know which one you'd rather do. I'm just gonna ask questions. They're Scooby related. I tried to make them as out there as possible, so like they're kind of ridiculous, but I did throw in a couple of normal ones in here just to like give you guys some solid answers, hopefully from them. But yeah, just 13 questions. And I'm gonna ask you guys, and you guys are gonna tell me your answer, and that's it. It's pretty simple. There's nothing to it. This is just a little fun time. But I did start with an appetizer question just to get the ball rolling before we get to 13. So technically, it's like a baker's dozen's child of questions. Okay, so the appetizer. And how do you guys want to just answer these freely, or are we going to go around, or like how do you guys want to answer these questions?
I think that we should start with like on this one I'll start, then Wendy, then Joel, and then the next one Wendy, Joel, me, and then Joel, okay. Me, Wendy, and we'll just keep going that way. Okay.
So appetizer question: would you rather that Scooby's name never have been changed from Too Much originally, or that the Mystery Machine has for always and ever been red? The Mystery Machine's always red, or Scooby's always been Too Much?
I'm going to say that I would rather the Mystery Machine have stayed red, because I don't think Too Much is a good name for Scooby, and I really don't think that he would have been as popular if his name was Too Much.
Yes, because the show wouldn't be titled Scooby-Doo.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Too Much? Where are you?
Yeah, that would suck.
Be cool Too Much. Like
yeah, it's a bad dog name. But the Mystery Machine is also pretty iconic. You know what I mean? Like it's the visual of that, like the color palette kind of like, I don't know.
But if it was always red, we never would have gotten the green and turquoise Mystery Machine. So we would never have known how iconic that version was.
That's true. But we never would be adjusted to hearing Scooby either.
True. But I think it's different, like to say, oh, I love Scooby-Doo, than saying, I love Too Much. Like,
yeah. All right, Wendy, what do you got? Let's hear it.
Okay, I need a small bit of clarification before I answer.
Okay.
Would the Mystery Machine just be the color red, but still have the aesthetic of the original? Or are we talking it would always look like the red Mystery Machine from the late 80s?
Red Mystery. It's got to look exactly like the Red Mystery Machine from the 80s, I think. Like, it's got to be as it is.
Okay. So for that reason alone,
Hmm.
I am actually going to answer the opposite of Nikki and say that I would rather that Scooby be too much and we maintain the Mystery Machine, because honestly, I don't think that Scooby would have worked as well with that red, more modern looking. Now, I'm not going to say just more modern looking, because obviously back then it would have been whatever it was, but no flowers, no cool aesthetic apart, like forget what the color is, but like no cool aesthetic for it. The Mystery Machine really is like a part of the gang. It, to me, sort of like helps sell the vibe of what these kids are and what they do and how they feel about life and like the edge of the show. And I do not think that like a plain vehicle, regardless of its color, but especially red, because even though, I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's just like poo-poo science, but there's probably some real science behind, like, you know, drive a red car, you drive faster. It's why the insurance premiums are more. I think that there probably is a psychological reasoning behind certain colors, and especially as a vehicle. And I think that a red Mystery Machine would just give a totally different, like, oh, this is what this is going to be. I think it would completely change like that low-key, calm vibe that the show has, in spite of the fact that everyone's like terrified all the time. And I kind of think that if Scooby's name had been too much, I like to think that the writers would have worked that into the humor of the show and done some kind of like wordplay setup every time someone needed to say his name out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that that would have been kind of fun, very ambitious, definitely, to do that. But because for me, Scooby just needs to look the way that he does. Because if we'd have had Sheepdog Scooby-Doo, like, let's call him Scooby, but he's the sheepdog, forget it. I would have zero interest in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Like,
we got to keep that Mystery Machine.
It would be weird, like, Nikki, your chest behind you, I mean, would be solid red. You know what I mean? And that would be weird. Like,
it would be weird
because it's so, a block of color is different than all the flowers and like the design of it all. You know what I mean?
For
like,
sure.
It's just, I feel like that would be a different aesthetic completely, for sure.
Yeah.
Whoa, Joel.
Oh man, I both points are great, and I guess this is the challenge of this question, or all these questions. Difficulty. I'm gonna have to go with. I would rather the Red Mystery Machine as well. I like first instinct. I was saying, oh, I could deal with too much, but yeah, when Nikki went through the show titles, and then I was thinking the theme songs would be gone. We would have a lot of those theme songs that I love. They'd probably come up with something great as well, and it'd be cool to hear that. But yeah, being colorblind, Red Mystery Machine doesn't really impact me as much, I guess, as well. I wouldn't even know it's red. It could be brown to me. It could be, well, pretty much brown, because I don't see red very well. Yeah. I'm going with the Red Mystery Machine.
I wonder if it would have stayed red if they wouldn't have used it as much. Because the color palette of it is so prominent in the marketing and the toys and the merchandise and like just being in the back. Like, I wonder if it's red, they would have just been like, I don't know. It's kind of, it wouldn't have been as iconic, I feel like. So it wouldn't have been a character. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd agree with
But
that.
I think with Scooby being the main character, having him called too much just takes away too much from him being a main character.
Yeah.
So to me, if the Mystery Machine was more just in the background, it would be more okay than one of your main characters being in the background.
True. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. There's no correct answer. So it's just.
Before we go on to the next one, what do you?
Oh man, do I have to answer these questions as well?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even think about the answers to either of these. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go. I think the Mystery Machine is too iconic. I think I want it to stay not red. I think it needs. Scooby's gonna have to be too much, and they're gonna have to call him that. And like Wendy said, just incorporate it into the jokes. I don't think the show would last as long because I feel like that would get really old really quickly. But you know, I'd still go for it. Okay. Now we're actually at the first question. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So Wendy, you're answering this one first. Okay. Number 1. Would you rather that Scooby-Dum and Scrappy replaces Scooby-Doo and Shaggy in every single episode of the show? No more Scooby and Shaggy, it's all Scooby-Dum and Scrappy in the gang. Okay? Or it's all of the gang, they're all still there, but Red Herring and Johnny Bravo tag along to every single mystery.
Well,
I think
you
you're
do
right
know
that these are things that we never would have thought of.
I do love Johnny Bravo. There's no question about that.
Mhm.
Not a big fan of Red Herring, though.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd be fine with Scooby-Dum and Scrappy as replacements. In fact, now I'm going to probably spend the rest of the night wondering what Scrappy and Scooby-Dum together, what that dynamic would have been. Because I actually think that it probably would have, I think they would have played really well together, given that Scooby-Dum is not scared of everything the way that Scooby is. So I think that him and Scrappy would have like this interesting dynamic where they would both be running towards the danger and trying to get the villain. So yeah, I'd be totally into that. I love that idea.
Okay. Joel?
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with Red Herring and Johnny Bravo. I think Johnny Bravo would fit really well because it's kind of, he's got the Elvis demeanor. Elvis was still popular in the 70s. Red Herring, I don't know what they could really give him to do, but sure, he can tag along.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all. I was like, how would they blame him if he's a part of the gang?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just a cameo every appearance. Well, you said tag along, but
He's there. He's every mystery, he's there somehow at least.
so he's not like part of the group, he's just in there.
He's got to be. He's at the location at least, wherever they're
Okay.
at.
Yeah, I could work with that. I like that.
Yeah.
There's always like he'd be like the Moriarty, I guess, of Sherlock in that sense. How I'd see it just the foil, but the Red Herring, I guess. Well, yeah. See, I like Scooby-Dum and Scrappy, like there's flavors of Scrappy, so if it's the early version of Scrappy, I couldn't handle it, but the later Scrappy, mature Scrappy, that'd be cool. But I think I'd rather go Bravo, Red Herring.
Okay. Nikki?
Definitely Johnny Bravo and Red Herring. No, there is no question there. No way are we replacing Shaggy and Scooby. First of all, they are the show. You cannot replace them. I don't care who you're replacing them with. You cannot replace them. Scrappy, no way. Scooby-Dum, no way. He would get so annoying so fast. It's great. He's in 4 episodes. We can't have him as a major part of the gang. I think Johnny Bravo would add a lot of comedy. And I think that would, break up some of the spookiness. And I think Red Herring, as long as he's more like just kind of there, it'll be fine. He's annoying too, but he's less annoying than Scooby-Dum and Scrappy together. So,
this is actually really tough. Okay, because I kind of want to see the version where it's Scooby-Dum and Scrappy together. I feel like that dynamic, like you said, Wendy, would be really good. I think I gotta go Red Herring and Johnny Bravo too, because then you still got everybody, but that's a lot of characters to play around with in every episode too. That's a lot of, plus adding other people that are on top of it. I'd still like to see it. I'm gonna go Johnny Bravo and Red Herring.
Okay, just don't forget though.
Yeah.
That it would completely change the vibe of the show because those are two very like comedy-centric characters.
Yes.
And they would not change how they are. So you would not have the vibe, especially of season 1 and 2 of Where Are You? It would be totally dead. It would all just be like slapstick humor in your face, loud. You'd have none of that spookiness. You'd have to change all the music.
See, but I
Fine.
think the same
Fine.
thing with Scooby Dum and Scrappy. Like, you're gonna lose all of that,
Why?
like everything that you got with because they're annoying.
They're kind
But
of like
they don't-
Scooby and Shaggy.
They're
Yeah.
not, no.
Yeah, but they still lived in that world of
True.
where it was spooky.
I don't know. Johnny Bravo fit in pretty well to the crossover that they did, and they tried to make that sort of spooky
It wasn't spooky
in a
though.
more comedic way, I guess, but still.
Yeah, because that was Scooby and the gang in Johnny Bravo to me, not the
Yeah.
other way around.
Mm.
Which I think is what the show would be if you were to make Johnny Bravo as part of the show. It would be more of like a Johnny Bravo show that has the gang as opposed to just like putting him in. Now, if we're talking, if he could be tweaked to fit the Scooby universe, I'd be into that.
Would Red Herring be like drawn in style with like Where Are You? Right? Like he wouldn't be pup name style, right? Like he'd be more akin to that too.
He'd probably have to be.
And I feel like it would be a lot like Flim Flam. He'd be older and he would be more mature.
I agree. Yeah. He'd be the same age as the gang.
Is Flim Flam mature though?
Well, in
If-
Return or Curse of the 13 Ghosts,
Yep.
he was older and more mature. He was not annoying in that.
All right.
Okay. All right. This next question, this isn't as goofy. This is a more straightforward question, but we're going to pretend ahead of time. I know how much you guys hate relationships in Scooby-Doo. We're going to take that off the table. We're going to pretend that you guys love that in Scooby-Doo. And so the question I'm about to ask is about relationships, but it doesn't have to be like serious. It's more like implied, like Fred and Daphne style usually, where it's like, oh, like they're kind of dating, like we think type of thing. Okay. So, Joel, you're going first. Would you rather that Daphne and Shaggy become love interests in a new series of the show, or that Fred and Velma become love interests in a new series of the show?
Oh. So in a new show, like that's coming out.
New show comes out. That's going to be the dynamic in the show.
I just don't see Daphne Shaggy working. I don't really see Fred Velma working either, but I think it would work a bit better because they got I think Velma could help out with the traps. Make his traps a bit better. Yeah, I'd have to see Fred Velma because I just cannot see Daphne Shaggy together.
Okay. I already have an answer to this one, but I will wait on it. So, Nikki.
I would have to say Shaggy and Daphne because I think they worked really well together in 13 Ghosts, and I could see them being together more so than Fred and Velma. I think Fred and Velma would clash a little too much. And there is a whole thing of people that want Shaggy and Daphne to be together. So
Okay. Wendy.
Well, I'm just going to say this and then we're never going to speak of it again. I brought it up one other time and there was no good way of saying it. I would rather Scrappy and Daphne, but anyway, never mind. We're done with that. I could definitely see either of those pairings working. I did not particularly think that it worked as well for Daphne and I mean, I know they weren't a couple, but I thought that the dynamic between Shaggy and Daphne worked better in the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries than in 13 Ghosts, as far as like, would it have been more believable if they had tried to introduce something like a relationship between them? I don't see that working in 13 Ghosts, but I do see it working in New Scooby-Doo Mysteries. However, I would be so down with Velma and Fred. I feel like somehow that would be like a Holmes and Watson kind of dynamic between them. I think that Fred could keep up with Velma, and Velma could also keep up with Fred. I don't know. There's a scene in, oh gosh, which one is it? Is it the Tiki episode where it's Fred and Velma that go off, and then Velma ends up like losing her glasses and she's crawling around on the floor, and like the fireplace in this temple like opens up and she like goes through it. There's just something, whichever scene I'm thinking of, where they're together. I don't know. There was just something about that I was like, yeah, why not? And honestly, I kind of love the idea of Velma, who is like the more like, so I'm sorry, Velma, but like the more dowdy girl getting the hot guy. I don't know. I would be into that. You know, it doesn't always have to be the hot girl and the hot guy. Like, why can't Velma, you know, land Fred? I think she should be able to. I would watch it.
Okay, jumping right off of what you just said, I think Velma does like hunky guys. She likes Johnny Bravo. Okay, in the Supernatural, she's into Sam.
Yeah.
Okay,
True.
so I think she likes hunky guys, and I agree. I think that Velma and Fred is the better duo because, like, I feel like the two of them are like super about the mystery in different ways. So like they come together, and it's like Velma's like figuring it out, and obviously Fred too. But I feel like Fred's like, let's like, I feel like they'd work together in a way where it's like they'd get this done. Like it could just be the two of them, and they'd get it done. You know what I mean? I definitely lean towards Velma and Fred, but I feel that. Okay.
I think I have a hard time with Velma and Fred because my brain goes to how Velma and Shaggy were in Mystery Inc.
Sure. But it's not that.
Right. But that's what I think about when I think of her being in a relationship. And
it wouldn't be explicit. Like that's what I was thinking too. I was like, it wouldn't be like Mystery Incorporated. It'd just be more implied. Like, oh, like yeah, like they're together, but like they don't like they're not like kissing and being mean to each other and stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? There's none of that. There's none of that going on. You know, it's just So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see Shaggy and Daphne. I think they're both a little bit more like goofier, and like I feel like that dynamic could work, but I would love to see the Velma Fred combo. I think that just like feels like that would work really nicely, you know. Okay, good. Okay, now we're gonna get back to something stupid. Okay, so who's starting this one? Nikki?
I am.
Okay, would you rather go on a cross-country road trip with the only music that you're able to listen to being the Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue theme song, so only music the whole ride, it's all you can listen to, or you go on a cross-country road trip with Scooby and Shaggy as your little driving buddies, but they make you stop every 30 minutes to go eat something?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one to answer because I just want to like get to where I need to be. Stopping every 30 minutes would be tough, but that theme song is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Do I get to wear earplugs?
No. No. You gotta listen to it.
Huh.
Okay, I'll give you this. You can take a 30-minute break from listening to the song every 30 minutes. Yeah. So 30 minutes out of an hour.
30 on, 30 off. Okay.
30 on, 30 off. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. I mean, having Shaggy and Scooby there would be kind of nice because then I'm not alone.
But the trip is taking forever.
But it will take absolutely forever cross country if I have to stop every 30 minutes for them. Oh, I'm gonna go with the theme song. I figure eventually it's just gonna like
just be there.
Get in there and it's just gonna be like, yep, okay, here we go. We're gonna jam to the song. Yeah, my brain will just have to get used to it. I would be way too impatient. I mean, it's like a 3-day trip to get from one side to the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. There's no way that you could do that and stop every 30 minutes. Yeah. That would
Okay.
drive me crazy.
Okay. Wendy?
I don't even have to think about this because I would rather not listen to any music ever, let alone while I'm driving. So absolutely, you could have picked any theme song, even ones that I love, and I would still go with Shaggy and Scooby, and we just stop every 30 minutes because while I do enjoy getting to where I'm going, I also, as I have gotten older, have grown to appreciate taking the time to just enjoy whatever is going on. And that took a long time for me to learn, but it has created a much more palatable environment for myself, regardless of where I am or who I'm with or what I'm doing. When my mind is in that, it's like, it's fine. If it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. You're making memories. You're having a good time. We're stopping every 30 minutes to get a milkshake. I mean, might not be doing that too many times, you know, like I need to be able to still like fit in the van. So I'm not sure how many times I could do that without it blowing up, like literally me blowing up. But apart from that, I actually think that that would be a lot of fun, you know, and also something I've learned is that when you are going somewhere with someone that you genuinely really, really like where their presence is what is giving you joy. I like when I get with Crystal's my best friend. I don't care what we're doing or where we're going. I'm like, as long as we are together, I'm going to enjoy it. So the thought of stopping and actually prolonging the trip actually sounds amazing to me. If I'm with someone that like Shaggy and Scooby, obviously they're a lot of fun to be around. You love them. I feel like they're like good energy all the time. I don't know. I think that would actually be kind of amazing. And I would let that be the trip. You know, at some point, my brain would just be like, well, the destination, like, who even cares? Who even cares if we even get there? You know, like, what can we do along the way to make it enjoyable? And yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
What I like about this one is that we could actually test this theory because we could drive across country one way, stopping every 30 minutes, and then drive back the other way, listening to the theme song 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off.
I wouldn't make it back with that theme song. There's no way. There's no way. Either the radio is like on the side of the road or I'm hitchhiking.
See, for me, I can tune things out. I mean, I have kids. I've learned how to tune things out.
I have a hard time doing that.
Because I'll just jump in now, I guess. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Wendy. I think that like you would get so sick of that song. I mean, you get used to it, but that's a long trip to listen to that. And if you plan ahead and you know that the Shaggy and Scooby are going to be like, hey, let's stop for food every 30 minutes. You're like, let's just make that the trip. You know, you get to like stop and see some like cool restaurants. Maybe you check out the town a little bit or whatever. And you kind of get to see the sights. And like, if you just make that the trip, the road trip is the trip. Like maybe there's not a destination at the end. It's just that. I think I'd take that as well. Yeah. But Joel?
Yeah. Playing a song over and over is apparently a form of torture.
Sure.
I think they did it in the Iraqi war. They did it with someone, get them to surrender. I think it's either a Slayer song or it's Panama by Van Halen. They played over and over. We've done it on my job. Pardon me?
But you love this theme song.
Yeah. I would have no problem with it. I can tune out the music. At work, we did it. One Friday we played the Jessica Black Friday on repeat the whole Friday.
Wow.
I had no problem with that. And then one Christmas at work, not Christmas Day or anything, we did the Paul McCartney Christmas song over and over.
Oh, God.
I had no problem with it. So, but I would rather stop every 30 minutes and because pee break for one, and
sure
you could get a little side hustle going where you could YouTube it and make some income because you wouldn't want to watch that.
Okay.
Good idea.
Go to like really cool places that, you know, you don't want to stop at McDonald's every 30 minutes. You could stop anywhere, these awesome places that, you know, could use a little help, a little exposure, a little advertising, meet new people, eat the featured dish or whatever. I wouldn't last that long. I couldn't eat every time, but Scooby and Shaggy could. So
Yeah.
I go with this. I would go with that one. Yeah.
That's an interesting take. Yeah, that would kind of like pay for the whole trip. You know what I mean? If you just like make it a whole like content thing, like it's kind of worth it then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. That's a good answer. Okay. Okay. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Who's starting this one? Wendy? Okay. Wendy. Would you rather that the Hunch Bunch gives the eulogy at your funeral or
Oh my
Bogle and Weird officiate your wedding?
Ooh. Can I have both?
Yes, that's the correct answer.
I'd be down for both of those. I mean, the only
Okay.
downside to this is that at my funeral I wouldn't get to see it. I would hope I could come back as a ghost and watch it, you know?
Sure. Sure.
There's no wrong answer to this one. I kind of love both of those things.
Okay. Okay.
I do think that the Hunch Bunch would probably do a better job eulogizing me than Bogle and Weird marrying me. But yeah, I would be fine with either of those things. And yeah, I kind of actually want to do that now. How do we make that happen?
We can make it happen. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Somebody tell Scott. I'm not telling him.
Okay, I'll send him a message. Okay, Joel.
I cannot stand either of those duos, but Weird and Bogle, because they're gonna mess everything up and it'll be great.
Okay. Okay. Nikki.
I also can't stand either of them, but I am gonna go with the Hunch Bunch because I'm never getting married again, ever. So
Sure.
Fair.
yes, I will die, and it won't matter. They can say whatever they want.
He would be spitting all over your casket. Like,
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna
Make
be
sure it's closed.
under the ground
Make sure
anyway.
it's closed.
So
no, you would feel it in your death. You would feel the spit droplets on your face.
I agree.
I kind of like Wendy's answer. I agree. I feel like both are pretty great. I'd be down for both. Yeah. I'm in. Okay. All right, Joel. All right. This one is not funny. This is just a regular old good would you rather question. Would you rather get rid of your entire Scooby-Doo collection, nothing, it's all gone, or never be able to watch the show again? So what's more important to you? The show and watching it, or having the memories and having a collection that reminds you of the show? Because you've already seen the show. You know, like even if you keep the collection, you still have the show in your memories, but you never get to watch it again.
I'd have to go with never watch the show again because a lot of the items in my collection were given to me.
Mm.
So they have sentimental value. And like you said, I've seen, like when I was doing my reviews, I watched some of those shows episodes like 20 times in a row. So they're in there. And yeah, maybe I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather not watch the show again over that. Yeah.
Okay.
that's a tough one. Even though having DVDs in your collection, you still can't watch them.
Can't watch them. You've tried to play them and none of them work.
Okay. I guess. Wow.
It'd be the end of the panel, Nikki, because you couldn't do research anymore.
Yeah.
It's all off the dome.
That would be a problem too. I guess I am not sure which one to go with. I do watch a lot of Scooby-Doo because I do a lot of research for the panels.
Mm.
And I'm old, so my brain doesn't hold information like it used to. So, but then not having my collection. Wow.
You'd be sitting in an empty room right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what actually gives you, like, say you've had a really bad day, what would actually do a better job of making you instantly feel better? Sitting in the room with all of the stuff in it, or sitting down on your couch or your bed and watching an episode of Scooby?
I think the hard thing too is like I'm getting ready to move, and moving all of my stuff is like my brain is just like, if I didn't have this much stuff, it wouldn't be this difficult.
Get rid of it.
I guess I'm gonna go with I would rather have my collection, because I do like come in this room and what's still in the room, and I do feel like at peace, and I can just kind of stare at my Scooby stuff and just think of the show in my head. And yeah, because if I've already seen it, then it would be different if I had never seen it. Then I think I would answer this a different way. But you're saying I've seen it, it's in my head, so
yep.
Okay. So I'll go with the collection.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even have to think about this. I mean, I will say that Scooby is one of the most rewatchable shows, because most modern shows, if I watch it once, I don't need to see it again. I don't really have any desire to like rewatch things unless it's been like 10 or 15 years. I might rewatch a series. But as far as like most modern shows having like that rewatchability that a Scooby-Doo or like an original Twilight Zone has, to me, it's like almost non-existent now. And I have a great imagination. Even if something happened where I knew I had seen Scooby, but I couldn't quite remember what happens, I'm quite confident that surrounded by all of my stuff, I could create a very acceptable, enjoyable world of Scooby in my brain that I could watch. So I definitely get way more joy from my things. Like Joel said, if people give you some of your collection, if there's memories attached to it, I feel like there's just a lot more depth to the enjoyment that you're going to get out of your collection, as opposed to, yes, there's joy in watching the show, whether it's the first time you're seeing it or the 100,000th time you're seeing it, but that can only take you so far. This can take you any place that you want to go, really, as far as imagination is concerned. And also there are like technical things to consider. When the power goes out, I can't watch Scooby. When the power goes out, depending on the time of day, I mean, my collection's in my closet. There's no windows in here. So during the day, though, I can still see a reasonable amount of stuff. So, I feel like there's this, it even like logistically, watching it, like, yeah, I would rather have my stuff. I think the stuff is a much better choice.
Yeah, this is an interesting question for me to answer, because like I have a lot of stuff, but it's not all Scooby-Doo, you know what I mean? Like it's not all Scooby-Doo. So like theoretically I could get rid of stuff and it'd be like a minor portion of my collection. And so like, but I still think that I would choose the same as you guys, like regardless, or even if my entire collection was Scooby-Doo, obviously, but like let's say even with the portion that I have, I'd still choose to keep the collection, because like when you walk into the room with your collection stuff in it, it just like conjures up memories of the shows and like your feelings towards it, and like obviously watching the show is great, and like you said, Wendy, like the enjoyability of like rewatching Scooby-Doo is like endless, but like I've got the memories of it in my brain. It's still there. I'll always remember it, and the like I come in this room more than I'm watching Scooby-Doo.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, and we talk about Scooby-Doo more than I'm probably watching Scooby-Doo. Sure. You know what I mean? So like the memories and the discussion of it all, I do more than I actually am watching it physically. So yeah, collection for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Good. You guys made the right choice. Okay. Now this is probably one of the more ridiculous questions that I have on here. I don't know why this. Okay, I'll just ask it. Okay, who's going first on this one? Where are we at?
I think I am. Right?
Nikki? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Would you rather? Okay. This is more of a scenario on the first one. So would you rather you move into an apartment building and all of the Harlem Globetrotters are your upstairs neighbors? Okay, so all day they're making a bunch of noise and dribbling basketballs and stuff, and so you're like, holy cow, they're annoying. And then when you go to bed, the puppet master stands at the end of your bed with his little cloak over his eyes, and he just watches you, and that's your daily life from now on. Every day, they're annoying all day, and then you go to bed and you can't sleep because the puppet master's standing there, okay? That's one scenario. Or you have to get a face tattoo that's huge right above your eyebrow that says your favorite villain from Scooby-Doo's name. Which one? Which one is it?
I
both
would
ruin your day.
I would go with the face tattoo
Okay.
because I mean it's gonna hurt, but it's only gonna hurt for a little while, and I could use makeup to cover it if I needed to.
Okay. No, you can't cover it. You can't cover it. You have to rock it. You have to rock it.
All right. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. I don't sleep very well as it is, but to have someone watching me sleep is never gonna I would just be awake forever.
Yeah.
And I think that the face tattoo would be easier for me to deal with.
So it'd say like Black Knight Ghost or the Black Knight.
Probably the Black Knight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure how I feel about having the word Gramps tattooed over my eye. But
hey, Nikki's got the Black Knight on her eyebrow. I don't know.
But I mean, that could be kind of cool though. Like that's a little edgy sounding, like, ooh, Black Knight. Yeah. But then you're like, oh, Gramps, like that's like a weird, like mom in a heart kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But we can make it vampy, give it some fangs. I don't know, make it Dracula too. I would be okay. I could deal with the puppet master at night. But I am someone who likes silence. I don't like noise. I wouldn't have a problem with the Globetrotters as my upstairs neighbors for very long because I would be carted off to jail for like quadruple homicide. Because one day there would just be no more basketball dribbling and like, oh my God, what happened? Maybe it was a carbon monoxide leak. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't handle that for any money in the world, for anything. Like, yes, I would, to be perfectly honest, I would probably let you tattoo a penis on my face before I could deal with the Globetrotters living above me. So yeah, we're going to go with the tattoo.
Okay.
I like the challenge of the Globetrotters, so I think I'm going to go with that one. I don't think I'd do well with it. I don't think I'd murder them. What
about the puppet? Puppet master's standing at the end of your bed every night, though. He's watching.
Yeah. I think I could get used to that after a while. Okay. I think it'd be unnerving like the first year or two, but after that, I'd be okay with it. It's another challenge. I could record him again, YouTube it, and just this is what I have to deal with, and YouTube it every night, and I could have like a webcam on me, and people would
you live stream it,
it'd be kind of be like that movie Paranormal Activity, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are the Globetrotters also doing their thing while he's standing there too? Not that it matters. Really.
Nah, they sleep. Nah, they're sleeping at night.
Okay.
They're sleeping at night. I think I'd have to go with the face tattoo also. I just feel like I would be way too scared. I could deal with the Globetrotters during the day, I think. But I feel like I would be way too spooked at night to sleep. And I would prefer the sleep over the tattoo, I guess. Did what I said did that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm taking the face tattoo. Okay, I'm getting Charlie the Robot on my eyebrow. All right. Okay. Next one. All right, Nikki or Wendy, you're starting this one off?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have Scooby voiced by Patrick Warburton? You guys know Patrick Warburton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scooby voiced by Patrick Warburton, or have Shaggy voiced by Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh, Patrick, 1,000%.
Yeah. Okay. Because
he's
giving you.
Okay.
Let me give you a little impression. He'd give you. This is what you're gonna deal with. This is the show from now on. So before you guys answer, you're gonna get a hey, what's he sound like? Hey, hey, Shaggy. Ruh-roh. That's that's what you're getting from Patrick Warburton. He's doing Patrick Warburton. Okay, that's what you're getting. And so then when Shaggy comes along, he's like, he's like, what's the deal with all these ghosts? That's what Shaggy sounds like from now on. Those are your options. Which one are you taking? Is it still Patrick Warburton?
Patrick, 100,000%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Joel?
That is a great question. I like it. I love Patrick. What's the movie Jerry did? The Bee Movie, or did he do Insects?
Bee Movie.
See, I never saw it, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Patrick, even though I'm curious what Seinfeld would do with Shaggy.
He's kind of got a Shaggy thing going on a little bit with his voice. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah,
in the octaves.
Maybe I like it because it's completely opposite for Scooby. That
yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. Hey, you just heard it.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I need a full episode of it too.
Oh, okay. Nikki,
I would say Patrick Warburton for sure, because I would not be able to handle Jerry Seinfeld as Shaggy. There's no way. And I think it would be really interesting to have Scooby have a really deep voice. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to see like an episode or even like a movie just with both of them. Just give me both of them together. I'd take it. I feel like Jerry Seinfeld as Shaggy would be. I feel like I would laugh. Well, Scooby, I'd laugh every time too. That's a tough question, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Scooby's deep voice, dude. Raggy. Like that's. You know what? I'm in. I think I'm in on Patrick Warburton. I think that's the correct answer. I think I'm in on that one. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, Joel. Would you rather? This one's not as funny. This is just more of a straightforward. Okay. Would you rather stay the night in Colonel Sanders' mansion from A Night of Fright Is No Delight, or stay the night in the Beauregard mansion from Boo Brothers? All characters / monsters from those respective pieces of media are there for the night.
I'm gonna have to go with Colonel Sanders because it would be terrifying, and I love terrifying.
Okay.
And I'd love just to explore that place, and maybe, well, see, Boo Brothers would have all those extra trapdoors and probably more treasure, but Colonel Sanders, man, that's just to be in those rooms and see the coffin and play the piano and so many great set pieces that I'd love to just kind of tinker around with. And I know those ghosts would be like coming at me all the time, but
yeah, you try to take a bath.
Yeah, I try and take a bath. You're in the basement. And yeah, it'd be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the other one would be fun too. But I'm more familiar with Colonel Sanders' place, so
okay,
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Colonel Sanders as well, mainly because there's no Scrappy. Yeah. Wendy?
Wow.
Okay, well, the two of you enjoy dying on a haunted island with creepy ass ghosts, and they've already got your coffins set up in the basement. You enjoy that because while you're doing that, Scrappy and I will be treasure hunting in the Beauregard mansion, and we're going to get all of the jewels because we're going to figure out where the little lever is, and we're going to blow that pop stand at some point and buy a desert island somewhere. And none of you are invited except maybe Devin, because Devin is not anti-Scrappy. So Devin, you can come visit, but the rest of you, but you'll be living forever in the Colonel Sanders place because you're not coming out of there alive. You're just not. There's probably a vat of acid in the basement too that no one has discovered yet. But you'll discover it because you'll be trapped there.
That's tough. Yeah, do I want to hang out with all the cousins, or am I hanging out with like a big ape and the Boo brothers, and, like Sheriff Busby?
Think of that cool party they had.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm kind of more interested in exploring Colonel Sanders' mansion, but I think I'd rather just like hang out at the Beauregard mansion. I feel like that'd be more fun, a fun time. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go Beauregard too. I'm gonna go with you on this one, Wendy.
Good, because I was going to remind everyone that the treasure at Colonel Saunders was worthless.
Yeah,
that's true too.
So yeah,
you guys are getting nothing. Boo, you're poor. Okay.
I think all that treasures were stuff now. And there's also not someone walking around with a gun just shooting.
That's true too. That's true. They're also there. Yeah. Huh. I'm still going Beauregard. I need something to drink. Sorry. Okay. This also might be one of the stupider ones I have for you guys. Okay. Would you rather? I have no answer to this. I did not think about these ahead of time. Who's answering this one? Joel? Is it Joel? Where are we at?
Joel.
Joel. Okay.
Didn't I go first this time?
Yeah, I think it's Nikki's turn.
Oh.
All right. I don't know what's going on. Nikki. All right, Nikki. Would you rather hire the tar monster and the wax phantom to recarpet your flooring, or have the 10,000 volt ghost and the phantom virus install your cable and internet?
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess I would rather, the tar monster and the wax phantom, because I don't really want any computer viruses.
Sure, but then your carpet's gonna be all sticky and gross.
I mean, I had kids and I have a dog, so
okay.
My kids are older now, so they don't make messes like that, but it would just be like living with them when they were little.
Okay. How sweet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need sticky, gross floors. So let's remember that the 10,000 volt ghost was actually Voltner, who actually knew electricity. He was the engineer. And the phantom virus knew computers. So I feel like I would probably make out pretty good if they were like installing all my stuff. I don't really see a problem here. I think they would actually do a really good job. And no cleanup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Joel.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with the sticky floors either. It'd be fun the first time where you kind of get stuck. But then what if you have to go to the bathroom and you're stuck in some tar and you don't make it in time? It's
exactly.
And all my information's out on the dark web anyway. So
sure.
And I already get all these pop-ups on my computer still. Every time I try and read like some Scooby comic book that's from the 70s, it's behind some pop-up thing.
Okay.
So I can live with it. I can live with it.
These are the dumbest questions. These are the worst questions I've ever asked. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the 10,000 volt ghost and the phantom virus as well. I think no sticky floors would be super annoying every day. That would suck. You know what I mean? Like, and who's to say the phantom virus is gonna give you a virus? Like you said, Wendy, he might just like help you with the computer stuff. You know what I mean? He might just like install some baseball programs or something. I don't know.
Would the floors really necessarily be sticky though if there's a layer of tar and a layer of wax?
Well, because I guess tar is like always kind of still sticky a little bit.
Yeah,
no?
The tar's not going to dry.
Yeah.
But if you put the wax over the tar,
then you
don't get to choose. They're stepping all over and they're rolling the carpet out and they're hammering it and they're bumping up against your walls, your couch. Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's
Plus, it would also smell really bad. The tar
true.
monster would reek.
Yeah.
I would probably
Yeah.
I would probably have some lung issues. I probably wouldn't be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the 10,000 volt ghost could fry your outlets. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. He could.
But if he did, though, then he would have no source of energy for himself. So I don't think he would self-sabotage. I don't think so.
Do they have certificates of insurance? Any of them?
None of them.
Okay.
None of them. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, Wendy, you're next. Okay. Would you rather have to eat 3 dog treats for dessert after every single meal that you eat for the rest of your life? Every meal you eat, you got to eat 3 hard, crispy dog treats every time. Or you are only able to dress like Scooby in Monsters Unleashed with an orange turtleneck and pink go-go boots for the rest of your life.
I mean, you had me at pink go-go boots. Why are you even asking me this question, Devin?
Because you don't get to wear anything else.
That was the most obvious, like, my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Although, wait a minute. Did he have a skirt on?
No. No pants. No pants, orange turtleneck, pink boots. That's it forever.
Oh, okay. Well,
are you dressing as Scooby-Doo with those on, or no?
No, just the outfit.
Just the outfit.
You know what? Everyone else is just gonna have to deal with it because I'm not giving up the boots.
Okay.
I'm not eating dog treats. I'm not my grandma. I'm not eating dog treats.
But it'd be like a nice little dessert afterwards, you know, just like a little cracker, a little biscuit.
I could be a nice dessert in those boots. That. Not sure I should have said that. Anyway, Joel.
Yeah, I've eaten a lot of dog biscuits and I couldn't do that every day. The aftertaste is just, it gets to you. It really gets to you. So I would never even adjust to it. Just that aftertaste of animal byproducts. It's not like a hot dog aftertaste. It's really grainy and it's terrible. You wouldn't be able to chase it because that's the last thing you eat. So I'd have to do the turtleneck. I'm always cold, so I'd be warm in a turtleneck, and it'd be extra large, so it'd be down to my knees anyway. So where it meets the go-go boots, so no problems there. And then the city I live in, like that's just an everyday look for a lot of people anyway. It's like, so I'd be fine going grocery shopping and getting out. And I work from home most of the time, so they just see the turtleneck. I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do the turtleneck and the go-go boots. And any sweaters that I wear are always long. So it would definitely be long enough to cover anything. I can't eat dog treats.
I don't know why I thought it was going to be the opposite answer for this question. I don't know why I thought that. Because then that's all you're wearing forever. I don't know. What if you want to wear something else? Like you're at your wedding, at your funeral? At your funeral, the hunch bunch are there, and you're wearing pink go-go boots and an orange turtle.
It's fine.
Okay.
The talking point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd go with that too.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know. I gotta ask. It's the whole premise of this panel. Okay, interesting. Okay, no dog treats that wouldn't be that bad.
It would be that bad, yeah.
Every meal you have, you'd be like, oh, I gotta eat dog treats after this. So I feel like you wouldn't want to eat them. Yeah, go-go boots. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Okay. Number 11. Okay, we're getting towards the end here, okay? Number 11. Would you rather, who's this, Joel, is this one?
Yes.
All right, Joel. Would you rather that Kermit the Frog does an opening and closing narration for every episode of the show, or Marvin the Martian does an opening and closing narration for every episode of the show? And hold on, before you answer, let me give you, hold on. Let me channel. What's he? Okay, hold on. Let me give you this. Here we go. These are your options. Okay. Hey, Kermit the Frog here, and today we drop in on the gang as they visit they see the ghost of Redbeard the pirate. that's what you're getting with Kermit the Frog, okay? Miss Piggy. Okay. That's so you're getting a little Kermit the Frog action. Okay. And Marvin the Martian's kind of the same, but he'd be like, his is like a little. He's like, that Fred forgot to fill up the gas in the mystery machine, and that makes me angry, very angry. So those
Very
are
good. Very nice.
That one, yeah. We need a round of applause for Devin. That was awesome.
I had to give you guys the voice so you knew what you're getting. They kind of both sound like Ray Romano a little bit. Yeah. So pick your poison.
I'm gonna go with Kermit. Although you really sold me on Marvin, but
Thank you.
Kermit I think is better qualified because he always introduced the Muppet Show, so kind of knows what he's doing. And like I miss Jim Henson, so just to get extra Jim Henson for the first couple decades of Scooby up until I think he died in 91 or so. So just to get extra Jim Henson would be great.
Okay.
I would agree, Kermit, because I like Kermit the Frog. And I think, like Joel said, he would do a much better job because that is his job. You did a really good Marvin the Martian, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew that I was like, I'm gonna have to do these impressions. I hope I can pull it out. So, thank you.
Okay, so I was leaning towards Marvin when you first were asking the question.
Oh.
But then your impression totally sold me on him because it brought up a really good point, which is, to me, I think that Marvin's demeanor would better suit the Scooby-verse than Kermit's. I think Kermit is a little too lighthearted, a little too not my Scooby. Later Scooby, he'd work great, but not for like that early spooky Scooby. I don't think so. But yeah, I would totally, I would go with Marvin. I think that'd be fun.
I think I got to agree. I feel like because he's outer space, so he's kind of like already got like a spooky nature to him. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And like that, like his voice has got like a weird, echoey kind of like back of the throat thing going on. And I feel like that'd be like it would fit the weird background music and like stuff of the show. You know what I mean?
True. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Marvin the Martian. Thanks for humoring me on these questions. Okay, number 12. Nikki, we're starting with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little bit more in-depth one, so keep your listening ears like that. Keep them forward. Keep them forward. Keep them listening. Don't close them. Don't put your finger. Don't go la 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 la. Keep them open. Keep them listening. Okay. Okay, and I'm not going to do any impressions this time. Okay. But would you rather? Okay, a live-action movie has been announced. There's a new live-action movie coming out. Okay, and I'm going to give you 2 sets of the cast for who's going to be in those movies playing the characters, and I want to know which cast you would rather have as the movie. Let's just say all these people are like in their prime time acting. It's not them now necessarily. It's just like their general good, like their essence. You know what I mean? Okay. So first live action cast. Nikki, would you rather have Fred played by John Cena? Okay, I'm gonna pause a little bit to have it soak in. Fred played by John Cena. Okay, picture it. You're going to have to put up some graphics here or something to visualize this. Fred as John Cena, or John Cena as Fred. As Daphne, we have Ariana Grande. Okay, red hair. She's there. I know. She had red hair in Victorious. Okay, that's the only reason I chose that. Okay, as Shaggy, we have Steve Buscemi.
Oh my God.
Okay. Voicing Scooby-Doo, we have Pauly Shore. Okay. Pauly Shore voicing Scooby. And as Velma, we have Jack Black.
Oh my God, Devin.
And one last cast for it. As the villain that they unmask, it is played by R.L. Stine. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm going to run through that one more time for you. We got John Cena, Ariana Grande, Steve Buscemi, Pauly Shore, Jack Black, and then R.L. Stine is the villain. Okay, that's the first set. Okay. And feel free to ask questions because these are long ones, I know. And the next set we have Fred, played by Chevy Chase.
Oh.
Okay. Playing Daphne, we have Elvira. Okay, yes. Playing Shaggy, we have Willem Dafoe. As Scooby-Doo, voicing Scooby-Doo, we have Adam Sandler. Okay, and as Velma, it only felt fitting because I said Jack Black for the last one. We have RuPaul as Velma. Okay, and then as the villain unmasked, we have Stephen King underneath. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't even have to think about this.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm going with the second set.
Okay.
Chevy Chase, Elvira, and whoever else you mentioned.
Willem Dafoe, Adam Sandler, RuPaul, and Stephen King.
Yeah, definitely going with them. Because I do think that would be a better cast of people working together, and I feel like they would do a better job as the gang.
Okay, interesting. Wendy?
Okay, well, the correct answer is both. So I'm just going to put that out there. The correct answer is both. I'll tell you, you almost had me with the second one, but maybe honestly,
I lost you, Adam Sandler.
Oh no, I love Adam Sandler. You lost me at RuPaul as Velma.
Damn it.
Maybe as Shaggy, maybe. Although William Dafoe, though, definitely, yeah. But you lost. Unfortunately, you lost me there. But the first one, I don't know if I can stomach Ariana, but I just want to see John Cena as Fred now. I love the idea of R.L. Stine as the villain more than Stephen King.
Okay.
I'm going with the first group, but honestly, I would watch either. I would totally watch either.
Yeah. Joel?
I love both as well. They're both great. I'd have to go second. RuPaul is a little tall to do Velma, I guess, but
yeah,
it'd be interesting. It would add a different dynamic that I would appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Chase as Fred is great because Chevy's shtick was he's always like confident and into himself, and that could be interesting. William Dafoe is just awesome. Yeah, Cassandra Peterson's a natural redhead, but I guess it would be Elvira, so it wouldn't be redhead.
I think I'm gonna have to watch both. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm going both. And sorry, were you done with your thought, Joel, or did I interrupt, by the way?
No, you interrupted perfectly. I was done.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. That's my job. That's what I do. Okay, this is my last question. Then hopefully I don't freeze or anything stupid like that. I don't know if there's like a storm. It's getting kind of dark out there, honestly, so I don't know what's going on. But number 13, who's starting this one off? Nikki. We're back to the front.
Wendy.
Wendy.
God, I don't know anything that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 13. This is a simple, straightforward question. Okay. Would you rather that Velma's catchphrase be junkies or Shaggy's catchphrase be doinks?
Doinks. Doinks. Yes. I don't ever want to hear Velma say junkies. There's a lot of reasons why I don't want to hear that word.
Sure.
Just sit there. I didn't realize until this very moment that when you say it, there's more than one thing gets conjured in your brain. But yes, doinks I think would be fine. I think it would actually completely work and be funny. And now the next time I watch Scooby, I'm going to imagine it as doinks instead of zoinks, just for the hell of it.
Perfect. Joel.
Team doinks for me as well. It's
Team doinks.
Yeah. Junkies, yeah, it conjures up a lot of things.
But it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be.
I have to agree, doinks, because junkies is just not it's just not working.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should have said like jankies or something. How do we feel then? Does that change anything?
I could do.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, Jankies is pretty good. Yeah.
Jankies isn't bad. Okay. I think doinks is better though too.
Yeah.
Doinks is pretty good. Doink. I feel like that's like something's doink. You know what I mean? That's that kind of thing. Okay. Awesome. Cool. I think that's all the questions I got, guys. I hope you guys liked them.
It was
I
very
wanted to-
interesting.
I wanted to make sure that they were things that you never have thought about in your life, for the most part, at least.
I can honestly say I have never thought about most of those things.
Yep.
No.
Okay, cool. And I hope everyone at home also has never thought about those things either, because if you did, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, you got problems.
Oh my gosh. Well, Devin, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming up with some wild and wacky questions to ask us and getting our brains thinking.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you guys went along with this, because I suggested it and I was like, I don't know what I'm even gonna ask. I got nothing planned. And I was like, let me sit down and really get this. And I have more, honestly. Just like when I did the villains before, I've got at least 10 more written out. So we could do this again if you guys liked it.
Guys, thumbs up the video if you want part 2.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to wrap things up. Before we do, let everyone know where they can find you on social media. Devin?
I just want to know, would you rather follow me on Instagram at Awesome Thanks, or hear me do my Kermit the Frog impression some more?
Wendy?
Okay, well, I just want to say that Devin's impressions were like 100 out of 10. Honestly, that was quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. I'm always happy to try my best for you guys.
But the correct answer to Devin's question is both. You
Okay,
should follow Awesome Thanks on Instagram, and we also want to hear more Kermit the Frog from Devin.
Follow me on Instagram. Sorry.
Oh dear. You can find me on Instagram at WendyBRYDGE, on Twitter X Wendy Loves Jesus, and my blog is wendylovesjesus.wordpress.com.
Joel?
Yes, great impressions, great questions. You can find me on the YouTubes, just type in Planet Scooby.
You can find all my links on ScoobyAddicts.com. Let us know if you want to hear Devin do more impressions, because I'm sure he's got a lot more. We could do a whole episode of just giving Devin different characters and him doing impressions.
You know what? I can't guarantee they'll be good, but I will do them. I will do it.
Let us know your thoughts on all of his Would You Rather questions, and thank you for joining us for another Scooby Panel. Thank you for tuning in to another Scooby Panel. I'm Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com. If you like these panels, please subscribe to my channel for more great discussions. A huge shout out to our patrons, Julie Rosen, Ross from ScoobyFan.net, Tagus, Garrett Spencer, Paul the Scooby Dude, and Jesse. If you would like to support the Scooby Panel, please go to patreon.com/ScoobyAddicts. A very special thank you to artist, blogger, and Scooby collector Wendy Bridge, Joel from Planet Scooby, and miniature artist Devin Smith. Scooby Panel is available in podcast form on most podcast platforms, or as a web series on YouTube. You can find Scooby Panel on Instagram, Facebook, and X as @ScoobyPanel. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network, where you can find all things geek. Scooby and Shaggy were voiced by Scott Innes. Check out Scott's website, onescottshop.com. Scooby Addicts artwork by Will Davenport. Scooby Panel logo by Garrett Spencer. Video editing by Nikki Blake. Please join us next time for another Scooby Panel.